A witch is a person who practices witchcraft or magic. Traditionally, the word was used to accuse someone of bewitching someone, or casting a spell on them to gain control over them by magic. Yet the fairy tale image of spell-casting hags on broomsticks is still deeply embedded in our culture, and not every witch is as friendly as that damsel from your neighborhood hippie store. Witchcraft means the practice of, and belief in magical skills and abilities exercised by solitary practitioners and groups. So here are top 10 witches caught on camera and spotted in real life. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button to get notified every day for more amazing content. A real witch in girl room. This video uploaded by Androdi channel, and this video is circulating on the internet and never been proof if it's real or fake. Well, in this video you can see a little girl lying on the floor and she alone in his room to write her homework. But after a while she feels something strange noise coming from the room. Either she again busy her work and don't notice any voice, or something else, because she doesn't understand any creepy activity in her room or not. But she again feels afraid, and she doesn't see anything, but she seems to get an uneasy feeling. She doesn't notice any creepy creature, the witch or monster under the bed, comes out of the bed and quickly grip the girl, and hidden under the bed. People say that the little girl was never found again. We don't understand why this witch comes from, and what the purpose this little girl yanked. What you think about it, let me know in the comments. Witch encountered in a graveyard. A ghost hunter researcher from Hungary wants to search the forest on a mission to find strange artifact. Instead he found something a little more alive. The man first sees hanging crosses, human teeth necklaces, and an entire abandoned graveyard in the forest. Upon exploring the graveyard, he comes across a woman dressed in black garments sitting in the forest. Instead of fleeing for his life, he shouted something in Hungarian. The gothic woman runs away, and the videographer attempts to chase her into the forest. No luck. Seems like something tied his feet together, and he fell to the ground. A real witch in Scotland. In this video, a woman in this field making strange moments. The footage was caught in Scotland. She looks so scary in red and black dress, and strange voice comes from her, such as she performs some type of magic. She moves in circle shapes and upward, her hands on sky, performed some kinds of tricks. She stays here long time, and the man who was filming this video say that it looks so creepy, and it was not possible for me stay there, because the figure is a real life witch, and it was a truly terrifying scene. Witch sighting in Mexico. These friends from Guatemala decided to enjoy a summer's day at the riverside. But little did they know this was no time to be playing. The boys were jumping in the river, doing stunts and flips, with one of them filming the acrobatics. Later, upon reviewing the tape, they found something very strange in the top of the shot. You can clearly see 3 black figures moving one after another. The first one appears to be leaving them, perhaps as they head back to a witch's den. The levitating witch of Puerto Rico. In 2015, the video team from Ghost Shots released one of the spookiest police videos ever shot, filmed from an officer squad car in Puerto Rico at about 4 a.m. In the clip, a mysterious young girl is dressed in red and black and stands directly on top of a blazing fire. After a few tense moments, the apparent demi-goddess spreads her arms dramatically and appears to levitate on the flames. One YouTuber joked that maybe she just wanted a hug, but we are betting the officer on duty avoided any physical contact during his truly terrifying close encounter. The Witch's Hut of Amherst. The Western Massachusetts Paranormal Video Society is dedicated to investigations of the supernatural throughout the Northeast. A spooky video submitted to the society just this year will give their investigators plenty to think about. In the clip, a man using a phone camera comes across what appears to be a diabolical witch's hut, decorated with magic symbols such as bird bones, dead flowers, scary stick figures and a pentagram. A witching cave. You know how in a scary old movie the pair of protagonists always say let's split up, and that just never works out. So this duo of paranormal explorers set out on a mission to find the cave of a witch, and wisely stayed together. At the beginning of the clip there appears a strange black figure visible for only a fraction of a second as the investigators go deeper in the cave. Near the exit they see an eerie witch in black clothing in shining daylight. As soon as it's aware that it's been discovered, the witch seems to fly away from the scene. The investigators run after this group, but with no luck. A witch court magic ritual. This footage was captured in the 1970s by German journalist Ralph Olsen, who traveled to Africa. As he traveled through rural villages, he got word of a powerful shaman that lived in the nearby hills. He visited the shaman's campsite and captured this stunning footage. First, the shaman performs a sacred ritual, creating a ring of fire. His acolytes begin chanting as he slowly lifts off the ground, holds for a moment in midair, then returns back down. He repeats this process a number of times. When Olsen returned from his trip with the footage, he was ousted from the broadcasting community as a joke. His reputation left in tatters decades later. He maintained that the footage was real and was in no way tampered with. What do you think? Is this shaman really levitating, or is the fire a ploy to keep people at a distance? Witch flying in Mexico. A witch flying on a ranch in Mexico. In the fields of an old farm, two friends appear enjoying their day off, but one of them begins filming the strange black figure on the ground. As he approaches, the unknown creature launches into the sky. An entity with grey wings and long thin arms and legs is filled in the air for about 30 seconds, then starts to chase one of the humans. He tries to run, but the strange winged beast follows him with determination as the clip mysteriously ends. Witch found in abandoned house. In this one possibly documents the unfortunate end of an overly curious witch enthusiast from Oregon. The man decides to explore an abandoned house despite its overgrown exterior and a sign that read "Get out." He bravely persists, catching a glimpse of a shadowy figure in black. But demand continues, only to see the face of the black entity again before running for his life. You can notice his heartbeat rising rapidly. The foolhardy investigator seems to make it out sprinting wildly along a forest path, but his videography skills seem to vanish as the final segment of the clip shows an annoyingly bumpy image of the ground. If you like my video, don't forget like and subscribe my channel. Let us comments below.